Hello, in this lesson I will show you how to create a keygen. So let's go back to our Crack Me with the NSpy and go back to our form and take a look at the button check click event handler. And in order to create a keygen, we are going to copy out some strings and some of the lines from here and paste it into a compiler. So we need a compiler, a C# compiler. So a good compiler which you can use is .NET. You can go to this website and the link is also provided in the resource section. And over here you can see a simple hello world program, and if you run it you will get the hello world. So you can change the message here, and you click run and you will compile and show you the updated program. So this is how you use an online compiler. So now we shall go to our code, and then we are going to copy the interesting lines, which is actually all these lines here. We'll just cut out the unnecessary one later. We just copy everything first and then come to here and create a new function. So we just call our function create key, open the bracket and close the bracket. And now why we call it static? So that we can call it without creating a class out of it. So over here we just tidy up, we paste our code and then we tidy it up a little bit. Or we can just click on this, tidy up. And now you get errors because we haven't fixed missing references. So over here the string text name text is coming from your input field. If you go back here and take a look at the Crack Me, this is your text name text. So this is what the user will input. So for this, instead of getting the input from the user, we just directly key in our name. Let's say we are using Alicia as a name. And then for this text serial is not necessary because we are going to generate ourselves. So we can delete this. And then for product ID 123, it is coming from here, and you can actually check it out. If you just hover your mouse over here, you see this is label, and this label is called product ID 1. And my guess is that it is coming from this part, this label. And then if you hover your mouse here, product ID 2. So this should be the second string. Product ID 3 will probably be your third string. This should be your first, second and third. Product ID 4 is probably unused, or product ID 2 could be this. So we are not sure which one of this. So an easier way is to use a debugger. We use a debugger, we will know for sure. Alright, so we run this program, we just close this. We use a debugger and confirm which one is being used. You just type Alicia and anything in here and it will pause. So now we can analyze. So text 2 is coming from 545445, the one we enter. Text 3 is coming from X398, which is this x398. So we can replace text3 with x398. So we just copy this, Ctrl C, go back to your here and replace text3 with what you have copied directly. And now we look for text4. Text4 is 33C3, which is actually coming from your label, but doesn't matter, we just copy from here. 33C3, double click and then Ctrl C to copy and replace all this with 33C3. And the last one is text5. So let's go to your debugger, look for text5 is A639. So double click on this, copy this and paste it in here, and you got it. So we can get rid of this because we are definitely entering a longer than 4 characters, so we don't need a check. And then over here is our text name. What it's doing is extracting the first 4 substring, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then converting to uppercase. So we need this, but we need to modify this a little bit. Instead of getting the text name to give you the text, we are now directly using this text. So we can change this to text. Like that. And then over here, no change. And over here, we don't need this anymore. We can just delete all this because we are going to return the string. So just return the value. So now we can call this function and it will return the value. So since we are returning a string, we have to change this void to the string. The return type is a string. Alright, and then down here, we can just replace this by calling the function directly. Calling the function create key, like that. So now if we run it, we should be able to see our serial key. There you go, your serial key. So we can copy this and then test it up. We go to our program. We are going to run this, key in Alicia, and then key in, paste your serial key, and there you go, correct serial key. Now to make sure that this is working, we can try a different name here. Let's say we now change a different name. Instead of Alicia, maybe we key in Abdullah, and then click run. And we should get a new serial key. And now we copy the serial key. Right click copy. And this time the name is Abdullah. So we need to enter Abdullah as the name. So we come back here and we change this to Abdullah. And we paste Abdullah's serial key from here. And check. And it works. So we have created a Keygen from the online C# compiler. So this is how you create Keygen. You need to know C# before you're able to do it. Right? So basically C# syntax looks like this. And this is how you create strings. This is how you create a function. Without creating an object, you can use static. For every function that you create, just put static there and it should work. And the front here will be your return type. Right? And your function doesn't receive any parameter, but it returns a string. So you need to match your return type with the whatever you're returning. So this is a string, the value is a string, so your return type must be a string. And here is how you can call your function. From the main function, you just call the user defined function, create key, and it will return the value. Okay, so let me explain this line. This line is where you extract 4 characters from this string. So your string is Abdullah, it extracts the 4 characters A, B, D, U, and then after that it converts it to uppercase character, and that's why you see here is uppercase A, B, D, U. And then later on it takes all these strings here, including this string here, text, and concatenates them to create your serial key, and then returns a serial key. So this is how it works. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.